These two headsets may look the same, but they're actually not. Today we're breaking down the differences between a cheaper economic version of a Sadie's headset and its international one. Let's get probing. So first things first, why do you need to know the differences between these two? Well, the international version has existed for a while now, but people are getting confused about the product and software support for each of these. Basically, the questions are how and where should they get help if their product breaks, and which website to download the drivers. Another thing is that some people may just simply be unaware that two different versions exist. This is understandable considering that Sadie's started selling the economic version of their headsets first before extending their products to the international market recently. In fact, it's only been like a couple of weeks ago that they made an official announcement about the fact that they have two different version headsets. So yeah, that happened. So the purpose of this video is really to inform two types of people. One, it's for current owners. It's to help you understand the product you own and figure out where to get the support you need when your product breaks down, or if you basically just need any help, really. And second of all, it's for potential buyers. It's to help you purchase the right product for your needs and prevent yourself from being scammed. I'm doing this video in collaboration with Sadie's Sales and Marketing, who've kindly provided these headset samples, by the way. So all the information I'm giving you has been verified. They've actually checked my script and everything. So let's get to it. What makes these two versions so different from each other? Well, price is the most obvious thing, right? With the difference being around $10 to $20 depending on which product you're looking at. It might even be more. But basically, they have these two versions, the economic version and the international version, to cater to two different markets. The economic one being mainland China, whereas the international one obviously for the international market. Obviously, when you're catering to two different markets, there are two different expectations that you have to meet. So the first thing to note are the materials that they use for each of these versions. Looking at the A6 and the Locus Plus over here, there are a few physical differences you'll notice. Outside, you'll see that the Locus Plus has a more glossy finish, a fancier inline remote, some branded foam within the ear cups, and generally more details on the various parts. It also feels more substantial than the A6, which seems to be using a thinner plastic. The reason for this is that the economic version uses the bare minimum in order to keep the prices low, and it doesn't go through the same quality assurance test that the international one does. The international version is required to reach the standards of its main trade regions worldwide, as well as other general international rules. They need to pass a bunch of certifications, including the European Economic Area's CE marking, the EU's Restriction of Hazardous Substances Directive, or RoHS, and the United States FCC Declaration of Conformity, or the FCC label. As you can imagine, they have to be stricter with the whole production process when it comes to the international version, and that comes at the cost of the price, which is something that they can't really offer the Chinese market, just given the consumer expectations there. The second thing to note is the technology used by these two different versions. In the past couple of years, Sadie's has been developing their technologies by partnering up with other companies. Recently, they've been creating headsets featuring a high-performance audio engine powered by Bon Jovi Acoustics DPS, a technology used by the likes of Hyundai, Toyota, and Honda Jet in their own audio systems. The international versions basically get these new technologies first and usually have better quality hardware inside them as well. Like I said though, the economic version is focused on providing the bare minimum to keep the prices low. So whether or not any of these new technologies get implemented in the economic versions will really depend on how affordable these technologies can become in the future. Last but not least, there's also a huge difference in the support for both of these versions. If you manage to get the economic version, you might have a harder time getting help when your headset breaks down, since the after sales for it is meant to be more convenient for the mainland China market, and it also has no official warranty period. And if you're looking for the driver downloads, head over to sadies.cc, not the international website sadies.gg, to get your drivers. The international products, on the other hand, are covered for 12 months from purchase and can be extended for an extra 2 months when you register your product information on the international website. Again, the international website is sadies.gg, not sadies.cc. So when your product actually breaks down, the after-sales service will be provided by your local distributors, which Sadie's is currently in the process of listing on their website. So how this entire process works is basically when you get in touch via the Sadie's website, they'll contact the local distributors for you, and they'll also help the local distributor figure out how to offer the after-sales service. Now that you know the differences between the economic version and the international version, what are some things to look out for when trying to distinguish between the two versions? So first of all, the color. The international version products try to have some sort of consistency in their branding, so they come in a few standard colors like blue-black, blue-white, and pink-white for their Angel editions, while the Chinese versions can come in all sorts of different colors. Yes, the Chinese ones can be the same colors as the international ones, but they can also be in reds, oranges, greens, and so on, and may even have patterns on them like the SA926T, which comes in this nice green camo. The second thing that you need to pay attention to is model number versus name. Economic versions are named with letters mixed with numbers. Normally, it's one letter at the front with 1 to 2 numbers at the back, for example, the A6, the R3, and the A60, or 2 letters at the front and 3 numbers at the back, for example, the SA903, SA902, and the SA920. Sometimes with an extra letter like the SA926T that I previously mentioned. Meanwhile, the international ones come with actual names like Night Pro, Spelon Pro, Diablo, etc. This can get pretty confusing since some of the sellers put both the economic version number and the international version name together in their listings. They obviously do this for SEO purposes. So the best way to check which one they're selling is to look at whether the international name is printed on the headset or not. The economic version will only have the Sadie's logo on it, whereas the international ones will have their names printed in this very specific font somewhere on the headset. Now obviously some of these sellers might be using some generic photo of like the international one, but once you get the product, be sure to check that out. The third and most important thing to look out for is the official Sadie's sticker plus warranty. When you get your product, be sure to check for this shiny circular sticker on the front. This is a seal of authentication from Sadie's showing that this is an official international version. Now both the Chinese version and the international version come with some sort of warranty card, but the international version will also include multiple languages and will also feature a unique serial number that references your specific headset. The serial number can also be found near the barcode on the packaging and on the product itself. Be sure to keep this serial number safe because this is the information that you'll need to input when you register your product or if you ever need to get support for it. So just to sum up, in this video we talked about the differences between the economic version and the international version of Sadie's products, as well as the different ways to distinguish which ones that you have. All this information is actually available in quick summary form in Sadie's official tweet about the economic version versus the international version, so I'll link that down below for your reference. But I'll also be writing up a blog post summarizing my own personal observations that weren't actually included in that official documentation. That will be out on my blog very soon, so look out for that. In any case, I hope all this information clears up some confusion people may have about the economic and international versions of Sadie's products. If you have any further questions, feel free to leave a comment down below or hit up the official Sadie's channels to get some answers. Links to those are on screen right now and also in the description. Anyway, self-promotion time. I've opened up my Discord server for gaming, geek, and tech discussions or whatever you want to talk about with me. So if you want to be part of the small but growing Panic Pixel Discord community, the invite link is down in the description below. Also, if you're looking for new music, be sure to take a listen to my official Panic Pixel Beats playlist on Spotify. Yes, we have a playlist, which features lots of upbeat chiptune, J-pop, and game-inspired tracks that I personally enjoy. Be sure to listen to it in order the first time around because I carefully ordered it to give a specific feel, the Panicked Pixel feel. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out my Twitter and Instagram where I post life updates as well as content previews. Hit that like and subscribe button if you so desire, maybe even the bell icon if you're into that. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.